Hey, my name is Max and that's the project Kamieniec Touristic. You can find us on Facebook or YouTube, and we're starting a series of short videos concerning Kamieniec and then the places surrounding it. If you want to find some stories about the city's history, relations, events that took place here through all the times, you're on the right channel, so stay tuned. Okay, good day. Here's a small insight about the fortress in Kamieniec. Well, generally in few words, Kamieniec is the city which is 680 years old, roughly. And right now we're in a castle. The castle was built approximately in the end of 14th century by the Lithuanians, by the princes Koriatovichi, who freed this land from Mongols. They built a castle with 6 towers, and most of them were incorporated into the modern fortification that you will see today. But let's concentrate on a small part concerning the life in the fortress and especially the artillery. Here are 2 cannons which were forged in 1720s in the city. The people were called turners, the people who made these cannons. And let's say that both these cannons were forged locally in Kamieniec. Generally, when you make a cannon, you need qualitative metal and you need to know the technology. Apparently in 1720s the technologies were lost or forgotten, or maybe the local turners didn't know a secret about a local metal. This iron is quite soft because it contains lots of sulfur, so you don't need to overheat it or over forge it. Apparently they forgot about this issue, and when they started making the first cannon, they made it with some inclination. So if you see from this point, this cannon is a bit crooked. When they found out that there is a physical defect and the cannon cannot be used, they started looking for a reason of this defect, and they understood that the metal doesn't have to be overheated. So that's why they turned it into a second cannon. They costed it quite well. They bored the opening inside, and the quality of the cannon was quite good. But to ensure that the quality is up to the top, the turner who made it had to test it himself. So the turner produced this cannon, brought it to the castle, and he was told to charge it. That's why he pushed the gunpowder and a cannonball inside the cannon and made a first shot. The shot was not successful because, as you can see, the cannonball got stuck in the very end of a cannon, and it's still located there. Only 18 years ago, the local administration made a hole into a cannonball, trying to find out if there was an additional supply of gunpowder, like if this cannonball was a grenade, but apparently it was a whole body metal ball. As the shots didn't happen, then the quality test was failed. So these 2 cannons were sentenced to be drowned. The people placed them both into a well which is located on site of the fortress, and only 250 years later, during the Soviet times, when the Soviets decided to clean the well in the fortress, they extracted these 2 cannons and placed them over here for all the tourists to observe. As for the tower where the cannons are located, then officially this tower is called the Pope's Tower because in 1508 Pope Julius II, the man who sponsored famous Michelangelo, decided that Kamieniec, a little fortress somewhere far away from the Vatican, deserves to have a status of the shield of Christianity in the eastern borders of the Christian world. That's why Julius II donated his share of taxes to the city and told to reconstruct the fortress and rebuild the tower, which was named after its sponsor. Right now, the folks call this tower the Karmaluk Tower due to the famous Ukrainian robber Ustim Karmaluk, who was imprisoned in this fortress for 3 times, and only one time, whatever the guides say, only one time he was imprisoned here in this tower. Well, I think that's all for our 5 minutes insight into the history of artillery and the history of fortress. You should be looking for some other videos concerning the fortress, the city, and the places around Kamieniec, because right now you're inside the heart of a Podolian land, the land which suffered a lot of historical events and lots of love stories were connected with this place. As for the most famous love story, let's say that the career of the La Femme Fatale, the Sofia Potocka, was started in here, in this city. But we'll come back to this some other time. See you later.